Good evening, folks. It is Matt Rogers, and thank you for joining Nibiru Sky Observations. It is now the 10th of January 2025. Please look very close at these particular pictures as we see the coming cataclysms. Okay, now showing the first formation was very interesting, because indeed now this object is starting to show, and it's not very difficult to capture it as well now. But again, when you've got a non-cloudy day and very clear, crystal clear night, something showed up. Now indeed, around about 11 at night, we could pick up something very important. You notice again stars, but also in between Jupiter and Mars, there is indeed a huge red astronomical object. Even by zooming in, we went back to target the same area as what we targeted just the other night and broadcasted that video. But now it appears as well as a huge object like iron oxide. Other planets and formations will start to see the other formations of smaller objects as well in this mini solar system. Could this be as well as the establishment used the WISE telescope to point out towards space, and also half of the information just got deleted, and again statements were deleted and hidden from the public eye. We could be noticing here, folks, with this incredible capture of an object, indeed could be the destroyer, making its way back through our solar system, causing havoc in our solar system. Even with the second photograph as well was damning evidence that something is being showed up, folks. See, again, when we look at the photographs in detail, it is totally shocking, because what we're noticing is objects. It's definitely out there, as we explained as well, being Harrington, Ardoba, and also Farada. But look at this heavily object, folks. Can you see the space debris and also the iron oxide that is being spilt through our solar system to the photograph in detail? Even the incredible capture was showing the other planetoid objects. I mean, it's so clear as well. What amazes me when I just spoke about the iron oxide being spread across our solar system, it surely is spreading across our solar system, because meaning the red dragon, where we see the sky pictures from other great people picking up formations like this, we notice that red refraction of light beaming across through normal cloud systems, through daytime skies. This is incredible, folks. Something is definitely happening. Okay, now we took these pictures around about 11 at night time, and with the conditions of the temperatures here on Earth, it was absolutely freezing, folks. So what I've done is as well, and I spoke to Roger Paul, who's an excellent Nibiru sky observationer that also tracks the system. I mean, there's thousands upon thousands of people tracking the system as we speak, folks. Amazing captures. And indeed, he operates the same way by using a telescope, pointing out towards objects and formations and cloud systems that look so different. Geoengineering to cover up the skies has been going on for years, folks. But again, look at this, folks. This is not a cloud yet you're noticing. This, what we're seeing here, is space. Iron oxide being spread across space systems in our solar system. But the incredible capture picks up a large celestial body. Let me just show you this. See, again, we sit in the car, okay? I've got a motor car, and I put the telescope on the roof of the car, pointing towards the heavens electronically. I've got leads that go to the laptop, and also the camera, and also the big screen. So we can just coordinate the camera pointing towards different star systems, and again pointing northeast, the northern area of the skies, very close again towards where we see star systems Capricorn. But can you notice something is huge showing up? Now when we look deeper into the picture as well, we can see a star to the left hand side, or a planet or something. See, again, this is the haze. This is the iron oxide that's spread across this planetoid. You can see a darker area where we see the planets. The incredible capture could again be Nibiru, Planet X. You get that gut feeling, don't you, every time we see these photographs of that old saying, "I told you so." I mean, the incredible captures. I mean, this is in space, what we're seeing of all these space debris and space dust that is moving again in this long elliptical orbit heading towards our world, folks, the Earth. There's a lot of things happening around the world right now. Strange fires, strange orbs in the night skies and daytime skies. Big things showing up for this year alone in 2025. Predictions. This is amazing, folks. These captures are damning evidence of something in our solar system. Let me just zoom back out of the picture that was only taken hours ago, folks. I mean, we're talking about, maybe we're talking about 2 to 3 years here, folks. I can't pinpoint a date, an exact date, towards this cataclysm, this catastrophe that will happen in our foreseeable future as a flyby, the crossing of Planet X, Nibiru. Let me just show you the next picture with this. This capture was taken about 5 minutes into the last photograph that was showed as well by using the technology of the telescope. You can see clearly again, these are not clouds, this is out in space, folks. The object is becoming and showing up as smaller in size. Now, like I stated as well, that when pointing out to objects in space, they will look smaller, and also by taking pictures again, they will look bigger in size because of the atmosphere of the Earth and the filters as well by using the lenses. And also when we see stars, like I explained before, where they will show up and start showing that they're moving, the movement of stars, the light refraction, because they are further away. Stars that are closer will stop moving as much and look like planets. But this object is furthest away in astronomical units. Again, we do not know. I'd like to know, and I'd like to do the calculations on different videos. But again, you can always see the difference, because when this object is getting closer towards our solar system, we see the abrupt climate changes. We see the strange situation where we see hurricanes, an upbeat in hurricanes, volcanic activity, volcanoes now erupting abruptly around the world, folks. We can see this on different videos, live events, live videos showing volcanic activity now erupting. Parts of the United States of America look like they're in the dark ages now. Wars are coming. Something has totally changed our world, folks. Like I stated, anything in our solar system that is changing our solar system will cause changes to our known heavenly bodies, just like here on Earth. I mean, we have other amazing people in our community, like David Dicken from the United States of America, that picks up incredible captures through skylines, high block towers, that indeed he's constructed, and then taken pictures of these brand new buildings because of his company, sending information to me in particular photographs of the Red Dragon. He can see it, picking up incredible captures because of the high altitude, being high up as well, of clearer skies. Now, folks, what we notice as well, a couple of hours after taking those captures, this showed up through the iron oxide in space. You notice the capture with stars. You can see the spreaded out area of the iron oxide. See, the terrible thing, folks, when you think about it, this iron oxide, by taking the pictures, this object is growing in size, meaning it is heading towards our solar system, between Mars and Jupiter, folks. Let me just show you this space capture. of this anomaly formation, this entity, this planet. Could it be Nibiru Planet X? Could it be Hercules that was spoken about again, with the Chilean astronomer Carlos Munoz Ferrada, that spoke about the end times, some kind of huge catastrophe? Notre Dame spoke about the coming events for 2025, some kind of catastrophe, folks. Now, hand on heart, I believe this could be a good few years yet. But what we're seeing as these few years are coming ahead of us, folks, we're seeing a huge difference to our weather patterns and climate change. I mean, things are breaking down now. There is a huge problem. But they will still continue to try and blame the folks down on Earth, that it's our fault because of the climate change. Could it be again, though, when we're seeing these particular pictures of a large celestial body, Nibiru, in our solar system? See, we're picking it up through a telescope. Now, the telescope is very expensive, and I appreciate my wife for buying it for me as well, because we've picked up some incredible captures. But indeed as well, they must know, folks, the establishments across the world, they must know, they must be seeing this now. They've got advanced technology with greater lenses than ours. They can beam straight through and notice this object, tracking it now with a binocular telescope, and also the SPT telescope, the South Pole Radio Frequency Telescope. They have to be seeing it now. It's there, folks. Something is showing now. And we've got some very interesting times ahead of us now. Now, when I spoke about Roger Paul, he sent me a message explaining, Matt, back in 2016 I saw some red object that was rising to the left side of the sun, causing blood red cloud systems at a particular time, because we notice, don't we, folks, all of us, we all notice that of a change, of a difference, we pick it up, very in tuned to the skies right now. They know as well, folks, the establishment, that a lot of people are looking up and seeing the differences. He stated as well, Roger Paul, that indeed he saw the red object, the red ball of fire, beaming very strong, but then matter of seconds, like we've all seen before as well, it's been smudged out, covered up. Every time we see the red refraction of light to the southern hemisphere of the Earth, of where the object starts to rise. It's incredible of a capture. We've all noticed it. We've had our experiences with this object. We've seen it, folks, and that's why we keep the fight. That's why we keep going and showing of what is to come. Okay, now the worrying thing is, like I just stated about 5 minutes ago, because I got worried when I saw this object, the worrying thing is the size of this body. Again, like I explained, that the object of a normal celestial body would be smaller in size by picking it up. We do this when zooming into Jupiter and Uranus and Neptune and other known heavenly bodies in our solar system like Saturn and the rings. It's easily captured, folks, cleaning up the images and showing it in crystal clear view that they're there, our known heavenly bodies. But this object creates a smudge. It's different, the celestial mechanics of this object, because indeed as it's moving through space, it's moving differently. A huge planet acting like a comet, because you can see the space debris, this mist of iron oxide surrounding the body. It's moving through our solar system, and the amount of space debris that it's dragging through our solar system is ridiculous, folks. The object has it kicked through the asteroid belt, causing a large number of space debris to be knocked about our solar system. The gravitational pull of other planets kicking these objects to other heavenly bodies in our solar system. I mean, again, other scientists have explained as well that, like Immanuel Velikovsky, a long time ago, that was ridiculed, explained in meetings by teach-ins, that our solar system is very dangerous. It's a beautiful, picturesque image of when we look up towards the heavens. It's breathtaking, folks. We all know this when we've seen the stars at night. Very clear. Sometimes in different countries it's not as clear because of the smog in those countries of the skies, but you pick it up as well in far European countries like Spain and as far as the United States of America and other places, high climate places, high altitude places. It is beautiful of a sight, crystal clear. But then when you see something like this, that is now showing up, everything else just looks so beautiful, and then you see something that just doesn't look like it's in place. It shouldn't be there. But then when it shows up in the night sky or even the daytime skies, they always try their best to send those vehicles out into the skies and then try to geoengineer to cover it up. Location is very important because, again, when we took these pictures, what we noticed just to this side of the upper end of the screen here, we see the sunlight refracting the sunlight in our solar system. So what we're seeing is the object to the lower area of where we see the sunlight. But incredibly as well, we see this iron oxide spreading through our solar system. Now, again, we looked at the sun back in 2016. We're going to see more events like this. I can feel it in my heart, hand on heart, that we're going to see more astronomical, strange colours and formations of the sun becoming darker, becoming like a darker sun. Because indeed, like we spoke and noticed that sun refraction in 2016 of this spaced mist dust iron oxide in front of the sunlight being spread across our solar system. This isn't new, folks. This has been going on for a long time, and it's just been building up and building up through the different years. Because indeed, iron oxide is dangerous towards us, humanity, plant life, animals, everything living on the earth. If iron oxide lands on the earth from space, it causes a lot of problems. And I mean a lot of problems to health. So again, we just observe the heavens and we just track this system as much as we can, because it's so important now. This is what it looks like, folks, right as the sun is setting, around about 4 p.m. in the afternoon, 3:30, 4 o'clock. We see the colour reaction as well that is reflecting on the cloud systems from the sun to the right hand side. Something amazing, just like the colours that we've been seeing, something of a object that is reflecting this colour as the sun is setting. Let me just zoom in and show you this. This isn't a lens flare. We all know what a lens flare looks like now, but this apparition of this colour, it could be from that object, folks. Now the reason why I'm saying this is because Carlos Munoz Ferrada, the Chilean astronomer, way back in the 90s, of a television documentary in Puerto Rico on Channel 4, explained that you don't need infrared technology to see this colour of this planet, Planet X, in our solar system. It will show itself. You'll see the colours of red with the naked eye. So indeed, when we notice the colour of the cloud systems from our sun, but you see just down below as well, to proving it's not a lens flare, the pink and the red apparition of colours mixing through the cloud systems of the golden refraction of light from the sun, and this pink reflection and refraction from Nibiru, Planet X. A lot of people have called it different names, like Marduk, Hercules, Planet 9, that's what the establishment called it. They found it, folks. It's not us that have found it. They found it a long time ago, and they've kept the lid on every piece of information. Here is the other part. As the sun is setting, you can see clearly the sun to the right hand side, just above the view site of the hills. And then to the upper left hand side, you can clearly see the object. Now, again, you can see the mixed colours through the cloud systems that give it away. Look clearly. Golden refraction of lights from the sun. Just down below here, you can see that lower end of the sun that is going down the horizon. And this pink haze, mixed colours of the object. Now, I know it is faded on the second photograph. It's not showing itself just clearly yet. But indeed, it is showing itself now through the blue skies. Look towards this area as well, just above. Look how dark the sky is of the astronomical shadow. See, the thing is, folks, again, this object will start to get greater in size. The colour will be more permanent in the skies, clear view sight. And also, the media will turn around and say it's something else, not to worry about it. Like they say about smaller moons by our moon that just shows up bright and occasionally disappears. But folks, again, this mysterious event is starting to show up now. Notice those colours and the dark astronomical shadow above where we see this space body. Indeed, it is much clearer to see it in space by taking the captures. When taking the pictures to noticing this object where we saw the refraction of light from the sun, and also that colour as well, that red refraction of light from another object, or could it be, folks, it could be anything, but we saw it with our own eyes. We were shocked to see it. And again, like I stated, many people have seen it. Many people have seen it and carried on the work to research and also keep pressing on by showing sky captures and video footage to show that they've noticed something, and they will continue, because when you notice something of a ghostly image or something of a close encounter, you will keep going and explaining. Yes, you will be ridiculed. Yes, you will be told that you're crazy. But deep down, you've seen the object and you're fighting every day to try and prove it, to show others that something is showing up now. Okay, I want to show you this picture as well. This was taken in July 2024, around about the middle of July, folks. Now, it was the same direction as where we've been seeing the latest pictures of the object. Can you see there is another object in front of where we see this celestial body? Now, do you remember as well Nibiru Sky Shock 2012 that was able to capture a picture as well that was hidden and also brought forward on YouTube to show the heavenly body taken from the SPT documents, the Nibiru Shock image? They spoke about it in detail. It was amazing to see that image as well, the coordinations and the characteristics and where the object was travelling through our solar system. They were tracking this system, folks. And one of the kind people had sent the information to another YouTuber called Nibiru Shock 2012 video. And again, it was ridiculed. It was covered up, shut down. But folks, I kept going back to this particular object because I knew it was different. It shouldn't be there. Coming through our solar system, through the Kuiper belt, being picked up. I mean, there's another planetoid or another huge space rock on the particular photograph. Let me just zoom into this as well to show you. Could it be as well that something in our solar system could cause volcanic activity to be concerning, can cause hurricanes, changes? Because in this day and age now, folks, it's really important to explain this phenomena. In this day and age, we can clearly say now that we don't trust our weather anymore. We just don't trust it anymore. Because indeed, are they covering up the skies and changes? Because they try to dampen down the climate change, to dampen down things. But indeed, it's making it worse. Something is causing our world to be so abrupt with the changes of the weather. But when you're thinking about it as well, Planet X has been spoken about for a long time now, and different civilizations have been speaking about it through the readings and also book authors in the Bible. The Sumerians, the Hopi information of Blue Star Kachina. Folks, something is going on. Something mysterious is showing up. Okay, now this particular picture was taken in March, around about the March the 10th, 2024, where we can notice as well the object. Now, this object looks smaller in size, folks. Now, pointing the camera and zooming in to the maximum zoom with the lenses, this is how far it got. So indeed, by showing the pictures, the later pictures, it does indeed look greater in size. So this is the actual photograph of the capture. So indeed, if I go back to one of the latest captures, you can see a difference without zooming the picture in. See folks, it's more apparent, isn't it? The photograph shows that the image, this object, is becoming bigger, larger in size through the solar system. And you can see the apparent changes with the colour formations as well, glowing stronger, like a second sun, a binary sun, towards our sun, the Sol. I like to say as well that objects that are further away, going back to this phenomena, they will show like they're blurred out, like stars. We saw very similar formations towards the other video as well, the captures. But indeed, this could be part of the Nibiru Planet X system that comes with this mini solar system that carries these planets, that indeed can cause changes, a crustal pole shift, folks, to Mother Earth as it passes on the crossing, the Nibiru crossing, towards our Earth. That happened again 3,600 odd years ago, that caused a great catastrophe as our Earth was Tiamat. And again, this object of these other heavenly bodies smashed into Tiamat in our solar system, causing our planet to become smaller in size. They now call Earth. Now, I spoke about this phenomena as well and looked into it, where if all the water was missing off the Earth, it would just look very strange. You can see the land, but also there's a huge chunk of rock missing out of the Earth, but the water covers it up. The sea lines, the sea, the oceans. Something hit us, folks, all those years ago. I'm going to keep showing these particular pictures because it's very important. Because indeed something is showing up in our solar system. Now, I got messages as well from other astronomers, other photographers with telescopes explaining they're going to now look up towards the heavens when they get clear nights to see this formation. Now please look towards between Mars and Jupiter. You'll start to see the red iron oxide on a clear night way out there in space in our solar system. You could see obviously and easily of this heavenly body, this object, whatever good equipment you have. Zoom out to them areas, focus in. I'm going to try and get some more even clearer lenses for the telescope, or even try and get a more advanced telescope in the foreseeable future, because we might be able to get more clarity of the photography. There is such lenses out there. We've got some superb lenses here as we zoom into different objects in space. But the word is, folks, as well, just keep digging, keep looking and researching and searching for the object, because you will be absolutely shocked to find there is some kind of phenomena of a large celestial body in our solar system. Something is showing up. I'm going to come back with another video as well as we continue to search the heavens. Again, as I stated before, if it's smudged out with cloud systems and everything and just not been able to track on a night, I will do a documentary and speak of the topic of Planet X. It is so important. I want to show you this as well. This was a daytime picture that was taken in July of 2024, around about 2 p.m. at the skies. Now, incredibly as well, it's pointing in the same direction. We noticed it. At first, I thought it was the moon, so we pulled up and had a very close look. And by zooming in with the complete capture in sight as we can see it now, I was absolutely blown away how we saw the space debris surrounding the object. Now, these space debris surrounding the object are always there, folks, on other photography. Because again, we heard a good number of years ago with radio broadcasts that are being covered up now and just taken offline, of people explaining about that this system will bring in a lot of trash, a lot of space debris that will darken the sun at random times, as we've witnessed that before in 2016. Something's coming, and we're sure going to keep going and keep showing, just like the other fantastic people that we've mentioned on this video, like Jeff P., a good friend of mine as well, Iris Turner. I mean, the list goes on. There's so many people now, wonderful people out there that are working very hard, and I respect all of you folks for being strong and continuing to speak the truth about Nibiru, Planet X. So please subscribe to this channel at Nibiru Sky Observations with Matt Rogers. Press that notification button as we complete the journey through the diaries and show up different pieces of hard work photography with a telescope with Matt Rogers.